Hello and welcome to the Superhero Hub. I'm Sam,
Matt.
and today we are
We're reviewing Gotham.
Tell 'em.
After you.
Yeah, so Riddler's out and proud, so to speak. So yeah, the bit at the start was kind of cool. I guess he gets Martine out. He's like, oh yeah, go turn the gas on and whatever, and blows
What's
that
this
place up.
kid? Why do they keep going back to this kid?
I
I have
get
nothing against the kid, but I don't get why they keep going back to him. Like, what's the idea?
because Penguin's kind of fond of him.
I understand that, but I don't get why. What's that meant to do for us? Am I meant to think, oh, Penguin likes the kid? That's great. Am I meant to identify with Penguin more because he loves a child?
I guess so.
Okay.
There ain't much more to it in terms of plot, but I mean with that kid, so whatever. So yeah, and then they figure they've got to get hold of. I'm trying to think what they got the kid, and then because I guess Penguin got sent to Arkham because they believe he killed the kid. So then Riddler gets the kid, but they do nothing with it, and then he breaks Penguin out, but they put a hit out on Penguin. So you've got Zaz and the other guy with
Yeah.
with the eye patch, who's not Deadshot. But like, why wouldn't you just make him Deadshot? But I guess you can't. I guess the problem is you can't because he misses all the time. You know what I mean? If you're gonna have Deadshot in it, then you've got to have him like lay the cut every single time. So it's just this guy who's pretty much Deadshot, but shit.
Also, I don't know how the license works, and it depends. Like, I assume they licensed all Batman characters, but yeah, the CW didn't want Arrow to use Deadshot anymore, so maybe they just don't want Gotham to use him. I don't think he's ever been on the show, is he?
No, they could have just referred to him as Floyd Lawton without giving him the kind of moniker Deadshot. Could have him as like a teenager or whatever. So yeah, you got that.
Is that his name in the movie? Floyd Lawton.
Yeah, they're kind of in like generally they refer to him as Deadshot, but I mean they've mentioned it a couple times.
Okay.
Why, you have a problem with that?
No, it's just I don't think it's ever been a great name, and I think when you apply that name to Will Smith, it's even less great. But what are you going to do? I think that's probably why you write it. Just called him Deadshot or Lawton in the movie. Okay, the next thing I remember about Penguin and Riddler is they end up back on that pier, which they go to every now and then. I thought that was pretty funny.
Well, yeah. You have Mr. Freeze pop up, and then like, because they get split up, and then Riddler ends up like finding Grundy, and then Grundy's having none of it because he's butch, and then he kind of drags him off and takes him to the Sirens club.
Yo, that wig has got to go. It's awful.
No, it looks a little better than normal.
Oh, it's still awful.
They fixed it up because his hair's more cropped now, but it was more noticeable as a wig like the first couple times they did it, because I guess they've kind of got him more, you know what I mean? So he goes there and is kind of like with Tabitha, and there's something going on there, but really that results to nothing. And then you've kind of got like a goose chase. So like, yeah, Riddler ends up getting captured, and then he's being tortured. They're trying to get to Penn because I guess he can prove Sofia's dirty and hide the pig. So then you've got them all kind of like swapping in between each other. Mr. Freeze turns up and freezes Penguin to get him in there. And then Penguin's like finds out that Riddler didn't sell him out. But then Riddler's getting taken to the pier to get popped. And then Penguin saves him, and I guess they're buddies again. The highlight for me was like the Bruce and Selina thing. So you got them two kind of working together. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm kind of batty crease for them too. I like them two in the show.
They're children.
No, but you know what I mean.
Sick freak. Sure, whatever you say.
Nah, It's like, I don't want to be batty and use like the fandom terminology, but people know what I mean. And it's not creepy. So yeah, you had them.
I think my favourite bit was the Riddler mugging off Lee.
About what?
When he showed back of the office,
And he was like, oh yeah,
she was like, "Oh yeah, great, you can help me." And then when he realised she couldn't, it's completely mugged her off.
yeah. So you kind of what was annoying for me. So so they end up like goose chasing all the way around, and then they get to this spa place, which is like a bunch of old people like pretending to be babies and stuff. And then Jim Gordon gets popped about 4 times. You remember that bit, don't you? That was just so strange. So Gordon ends up getting popped, and then Lee gives Sofia a hot lick, and it's like Shane dead, she's in a coma.
Oh, that was so stupid.
And it's like,
so crap.
Is she going to be Solomon Grundy as well? Is she going to get dumped in the swamp and she's going to be like, some Bride of Frankenstein shit? But yeah,
I think that's the problem for me in general. No one dies on this show. No one stays dead.
Well, they could have... I don't get what's happening with her. You know what I mean? Because unless she's going to be the Joker, but I mean, I'm only joking. So yeah, because there was really nothing to her. So what? Are you going to bring her out the coma and then all of a sudden she's going to be like sweetness and light or whatever? Or like, I don't really get what they're going to do with her, because I was kind of, by the end, I was kind of bored of her. You know what I mean?
It felt like the character had served their purpose and then completed their arc, and now for some reason they're keeping her around. Especially with Penguin back. Obviously, he's going to take back over Gotham, so why even leave the thread there that she has to come back? It's not like she's got to be some supervillain in the future for Batman. I know it's a long Halloween, but whatever, you don't have to do that. So why keep her around?
Yeah, because the only reason for that is that when she comes out of the coma, they'll like switch up her personality. You know what I mean? But it's like,
as if they haven't done that with Riddler. Yeah. It's like, why are you beating yourself?
So what? You're gonna have another, like, everyone's gonna be scrapping over Gotham. So you're gonna have her fighting against the Penguin. Then you got the Sirens, and you've got Lee now, and you got like that. Ain't interesting to me. I'm surprised they haven't threw Black Mask in there, because really I would have chucked her out. And if you're gonna go with the kind of mob thing, like, why wouldn't you have just thrown the Black Mask in there? Marone is out, Falcone's out, just whack the Black Mask in there to kind of, fill the kind of mafia gap, you know what I mean? Because Penguin...
Is a Black Mask still a kid?
We never saw him. We saw his dad, and his dad was about 40, so I mean, who knows? Really, I guess like 20s, but like, you know what I mean? But why not have a younger guy? Because you've either got old guys or you got like the children or whatever. So I mean, why wouldn't you whack like a teenager or like 20-year-old? And what, you know what I mean, early 20s flexing, because it's not like if the dad was about 40, being his character, it wouldn't be surprising if he had a kid at a young age, you know what I mean? So whatever.
You're all about that today, aren't you?
What?
Young people hooking up. Stop encouraging it, man.
You're being ridiculous. I didn't want to be batty and use the fandom term. They're like, where you ship it.
Oh, jeez.
You made me do it. It's like,
no, you just said it. Ship what? Don't tell them. Oh, we're not talking about Batman and Catwoman again, are we?
Well, yeah, that's what I was trying to say, but like you were trying to make me look like some kind of molester or something. So I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to come off like a batty crease, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you ship it.
Fucking asshole. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. And then at the end you kind of have Barbara all over the place with her headaches and shit like that, and then you had kind of...
They need to, before you get to bloody Rachel Ghul, they need to fix her as well. What's up with that?
Who?
It's like bloody Barbara. It's like she's messing around like a plug socket or something. What's going on there? Who's the hairstylist on this show? Fire him and get a new one. I never knew I'd care about hair so much, but I keep on looking at people thinking, you need to sort that barn out.
Well, my point is, maybe because she's all over the place, she just didn't bother with it.
Maybe.
Because you look at it like she does her own hair, but she's got more important things. So yeah, she tweaks out, and then she kind of, I guess, gets possessed in it. Well, we don't know because we ain't seen what she's about yet, but you'd kind of assume there was something like that going on. They've done that in the comics a lot as well, where his spirit kind of embodies, because they did it with his son. And then use
generally it embodies someone in some convoluted bullshit way. He jumps into a different body which will take over, and that'll be his new thing. I don't know whose body it's going to jump into. I assume we haven't met them yet.
Well, I figured they'd just get wherever his old body is, dump that in the Lazarus pit, because I'm intrigued what's going on with that, because you had the sample of Lazarus water, so you've got to assume that, like, I guess Wayne Enterprises like found the Lazarus pit after Bruce went there and like took a sample of the water, because that's the only place they could have got it from.
Who's running Wayne Enterprises?
I know, we never really see that. We ain't seen like anything to do with that. It's always mentioned, but like who knows? Not Bruce.
Okay.
Not Bruce and not Alfred, so it don't matter. So it kind of ended on that cliffhanger. Next episode's going to be sick. The next 2 episodes are going to be sick.
Why?
You got Jerome breaking out of prison, and then I guess they're going to reveal the Joker. Everyone's seen the set photos, so I'm just going to leave it at that.
I mean, we'll get to that, I guess, in the next couple of weeks, so that baffles me. It's like, is it the Joker or not?
There's a set photo of him with really pale skin and a normal face. Because I was sitting there and I was thinking, oh, is he? And then I figured, actually, his face looks normal. There's no scarring or no weird mouth. He just looks kind of normal. And there's been a lot of people throwing about this twin brother thing going on, which I think's doofy, because they haven't laid any of the paving or anything like that. So
that's the most soap opera thing you can do. It's not this guy, but he has an evil twin. Come on.
If they kind of hinted at it, then I wouldn't mind it so much, but there's been literally no indication this has been going on, unless they do flashbacks where it turns out like they've both been flexing and like switching in between. But like,
isn't that like the Prestige?
After he kind of gets his face cut off, it's like that's kind of got to stop anyway, because one's got a normal face and the other's got the fucked up face.
I mean, we've been through this before, but I just don't get why you're going to go through so much effort to make him like the Joker and just have him not be the Joker. It seems pointless. It seems kind of like lazy, like we don't want to have the Joker on this show, but we're going to have the Joker anyway. But we're not going to call him the Joker, even though we're going to dress him up like the Joker. He's going to laugh like the Joker. He's going to do very Jokery things. He's going to have some creepy relationship with Batman, but he's not the Joker.
All I know is the next 2 episodes are going to be fire. Let's talk numbers. Like, you're going to love it. You're getting a bee in your bonnet, but I know you're going to love it.
I'm just mildly annoyed. I'll give it a 7. I thought as an episode last week was slightly better on the whole. This week, I dug the Riddler stuff, but aside from that, you sort of lost me.
They kind of wrapped everything up in the sense, like, because there's such a lot of things that go off and different like character things that like this felt up like a wrap up episode, like in the sense that when they offed Ra's al Ghul, that was the end of that arc, and then they did the kind of Poison Ivy stuff, and now that's wrapped up. You know that they've kind. It feels like
Sofia.
yeah. Well, Poison Ivy and Sofia. Now they've wrapped that up. Now I guess they're going back to the Ra's al Ghul.
You think Poison Ivy's done for good?
No,
I
not.
mean, obviously, I know she's going to come back, but I mean, like, do you think that arc is already over?
Um.
I didn't get that feeling. I think she's still doing something. I'm not sure that's done. Sofia, I'm with you. That's done. And for some reason, they just didn't bother killing her. But Poison Ivy, I'm not sure.
Well, something's got to happen with No Man's Land, so maybe she's something to do with that. Maybe she.
No Man's Land, but like in the comics, there's going to be an earthquake.
Well, yeah, because that's what the series finale is called. So whether she pops up again, or whether she has something to do with the Joker, or something like that, I don't know. But like, yeah, you got to figure if that's a season finale, someone's got to cause an earthquake. I'm wondering what they're gonna do with Butch.
I don't know. I don't get it. What's the point?
Because
I understand why you don't want to have the actor walk around being dumb Grundy. There's not much you can do with him. But then it makes me think, why did you pull the trigger on the Grundy thing? Because now you just got Butch in some dopey makeup.
yeah, you know, effectively is the same character, but like it is kind of costumed up or whatever. Yeah, because there's not really much you can do with Grundy because he is kind of mindless. So I mean, really, they've just got to put him back to being Grundy, and then because he never really goes off and does stuff by himself, does he? He just kind of gets exploited by people, so he's just kind of always going to be like a right-hand man, I guess, to whoever.
Because if he is in Butch, you're not going to have him constantly be Grundy, so that means that we might have another character who's going to be flip-flopping between personalities.
I mean, unless he buddies up with Killer Croc in like this, because he's kind of hanging out in the sewers now, isn't he? So I mean, maybe.
Don't encourage them to do Killer Croc. Imagine what Killer Croc looked like on the show. Look bad enough in that Suicide Squad movie. What's he going to look like on this budget?
I think, if I vaguely remember, we saw him in season 2 when everyone was escaping from Indian Hill or whatever. They did a kind of flash of a guy who kind of looked like pretty much like a crocodile. Like not like Suicide Squad. He was like kind of green and had like glowing eyes and was big or whatever. So yeah, I think we've seen him before, but then we only saw him for like 2 seconds and then never kind of cropped up again. But he's there. Whether they do anything with him, I don't know. But I mean, if Grundy's bumming about in the sewers, one can only assume that somehow he's going to get tied up with this Ra's al Ghul thing.
I mean, if it's No Man's Land, then can we assume that's what Ra's al Ghul's plan is? Cause a natural disaster to fuck up Gotham.
Yeah. He's got to get his body back though, because how am I going to feel about, because if he has possessed Barbara, then it's just going to be Barbara going around but like doing stuff he does and talking how he speaks. Like she's going to drop detective or whatever, and then it's going to be like, oh yeah.
It's another and that's another character on the show with another split personality.
Oh yeah.
Might as well just rename the show fucking The Birth of Schizophrenia. Like, everyone's got it. Everyone. Even like, Lee and Gordon go into some weird murdery mode when they feel like it.
I think Lee was just pushed to the edge, but I think she's gonna be kind now. I'll give this a 7.5. I'm Sam.
I'm Matt.
I will see you next time on The Hub.